Hello, Normans. Welcome back to this week's Norman News. I'm Jonah Danesh.
And I'm Alana Morgan. Stay tuned for news on Coral Tree Cafe.
And more on basketball finds. Around the school in 30 minutes, this is
The Norman News. The famous clothing store Forever 21 will be closing at least 100 stores. Forever 21 is one of the largest apparel retailers in the country. According to the New York Times, Forever 21 will be preparing to file for bankruptcy in the upcoming weeks. Forever 21 was created by Do-Won Chang and his wife Jin Suk in Los Angeles after shortly immigrating to the United States from South Korea, changing them from being billionaires and being a part of Forbes magazine. Since then, they have been reported to have been removed from the billionaire list in Forbes because now they are apparently worth $800 million. Wow, sucks for them. Make sure to check out and use their buy one, get one 50% off sale because there could possibly end up not being a Forever 21. Crazy, right? Now to Jonah with some more news.
Thanks, Alana. If you ordered a Presidential Volunteer Service Award, the certificates have arrived. Please pick up your certificate from Ms. Redson's room in the College and Career Center during nutrition or lunch. In other news, you can have fun and volunteer at Friendship Circle's 10th Annual Walk and Festival, Sunday, September 22nd at Shalhevet High School from 1:30 to 6 p.m. You can help children who have special needs and their families enjoy a day of awareness and celebration. There's a 2K walk, carnival, concert, free giveaways, prizes, and much more. Now let's listen to Jackson with this week's sports.
Thanks, Jonah. The NBA has been looking to crack down on tampering. Tampering is when a player, coach, or management person entices a player under a contract with another team to play for their team. They proposed a new fine of $10 million for teams that do that. Other maximum fines could be raised as well. The league wants fines to be raised to reflect the increased revenue and value. The NBA has been powerless to stop the practice. It's gone on for years, however, it was out of control this offseason. It's estimated that around $1.4 billion in contracts were committed across the league in the first 90 minutes of free agency. Now to Aria with more sports.
Thanks, Jackson. Antonio Brown has shocked all of fans of football with his new team. Brown signed with New England Patriots with Tom Brady and Josh Gordon in hopes of winning a Super Bowl. Let's hope his dream can be fulfilled with all these sexual harassment conducts being placed against him. Now to Holden with more entertainment.
Thanks, Aria. Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber just celebrated a very special day. Justin and Hailey celebrated their first anniversary just days ago. They both posted on social media honoring the special day. Let's hope their marriage continues to go smoothly and that they are always happy. Now to Kayla with the movie review.
Thanks, Holden. This week we're going to be talking about Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. This movie is the part 2 of the adventures of our favorite Disney villain. With Beverly's own Angelina Jolie starring for a second time, fans are extremely excited to watch this new movie. Maleficent and Princess Aurora, also known as the Sleeping Beauty, are forced to face new allies and enemies to protect the magical land they share. Now grab some popcorn, sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's new movie trailer.
5 years ago, I thought I lost you forever. There is no curse that could ever tear me away from you. Will you marry me?
Yes.
Mistress, I have a little bit of news.
Don't ruin my morning.
Philip asked me to marry him.
No.
I wasn't really asking.
Nor was I. Love doesn't
doesn't always end well, Beastie. Trust me, let us prove you wrong.
You have done an admirable job going against your own nature to raise this child. But now, she will finally get the love of a real mother. Tonight, I consider Aurora my own.
There is no union. There will be no wedding.
What have you done?
We go home now. Aurora!
Maleficent is a threat to everyone. We'll do our best to protect you.
Well, well.
One can never be too careful.
This isn't you.
You do not know me.
Tell me what happened.
There was another creature.
You've spent years caring for a human. Now it's time to care for your own.
So, as you know, it's football season.
Exactly,
What has
yeah.
been your favorite football team so far?
I think the Rams, because we're in Los Angeles, and I
Yeah.
hope they win the whole Super Bowl. Like they
Yeah.
almost did last year.
I think they're going to win. We'll put money on it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
now to Mateen with the restaurant review.
This week, we finished our Jam Food Reviews video on Coral Tree Cafe. The cafe has a diverse selection of pastas and different entrees. Their strawberry smoothies are amazing. We really enjoyed our time spent there. Their pasta has a strong tomato taste that tastes you in the setting of Italy. However, the steak sandwich left me unsatisfied. Overall, I felt that my experience at Coral Tree was 5 out of 10 on the Jam scoreboard. Now let's send it to Kayla with a movie review. Thanks, Mateen. Recently, the latest college rankings list was published, and for the 9th straight year, Princeton University was named #1 college among all national universities. Every year, U.S. News publishes what many regard as the highest standard and most accurate college rankings in the United States. This year, the outlet looked at 1,400 colleges and universities, focusing on academic quality and measures such as graduation rates, retention rates, and a new factor, social mobility. This new factor evaluates which schools best serve under-oppressed students and analyzes enrollment and graduation rates of low-income students as well. The rankings showed Princeton as the top national university, Harvard in 2nd place, and Columbia University, MIT, and Yale all tied for 3rd place. UCLA was ranked top public school in the nation, with Berkeley in 2nd and University of Michigan in 3rd. Impressively, all top rankings for social mobility were granted to UC schools, starting with UC Riverside in 1st, UC Santa Cruz in 2nd, and UC Irvine in 3rd. Seniors, keep this in mind for college applications. Now to Akira with news about China.
Thanks, Jacob. 2 young Americans, Victor and Cynthia Liu, are trapped in China because of the Chinese authorities have blocked them from leaving for more than a year. The Lius are under what is called an exit ban. Liu's attorney has stated that they are all trapped, they are alone, they are desperate to come home. The executive director of the Center for Asian Law at Georgetown University Law Center stated that China has long used exit bans to stop its own citizens from leaving the country, particularly human rights activists. But authorities are increasingly using the tactic to harass Americans and other foreign nationals, particularly those of Chinese descent. Now to Noah with news on vaping.
Thanks, Akira.
If anyone ever says to you, vaping is safer than cigarettes, they're wrong. Not only is vaping addictive and full of various chemicals, as of September 10th, the Center for Disease Control reports there have been 7 confirmed deaths and over 450 possible cases of lung illnesses directly associated with e-cigarettes and related products. Unfortunately, many of those patients who are suffering the effects of e-cigarettes are our peers. Recently, close to home here in Los Angeles, on August 15th, 18-year-old Sima Herman ended up at UCLA hospital because she was struggling to breathe. Chest x-rays revealed her lungs were inflamed and filled with fluid, potentially triggered by chemicals in e-cigarettes. Dr. Melamed, who treated Ms. Herman at UCLA, said, quote, "We're still learning about what is going on in the lungs and the potential extent of a profound inflammatory reaction to vape products," end quote. After being in a medically induced coma with a ventilator, Ms. Herman awoke and has been slowly on her road to recovery. Now, Ms. Herman is using her second chance at life to start a campaign against vaping. Normans, if there is anyone you know who vapes, talk with a trusted adult to get help. You may save a friend's life. Now to Phoebe with Beverly Hills News.
Thanks, Noah. This weekend was the UCLA football game. The game took place at the Rose Bowl Stadium. This past Saturday night, just before 11:30 p.m., police were called to the scene after reports of an altercation which led to a shooting. That's where they found 2 victims, 18-year-old Cameron Stone and 51-year-old man. Stone, who was in critical condition, and the 51-year-old man, who was in stable condition, were both taken to the hospital. Stone did not survive. However, the 51-year-old man is expected to make a full recovery. Police are still investigating, and they think that this might not be a random shooting. Now to Mateen with more on Beverly Hills News.
Thanks, Phoebe. The city is managing a project on behalf of the BHUST to properly secure and plug 19 oil wells located on school property adjacent to Beverly High. The project's objectives are to ensure the long-term well-being and safety of the high school and surrounding areas and to properly plugging all oil wells located at the site. Now to Alana with school news.
Thanks, Mateen. Preparing for college can be stressful. It can also be hard to find the right SAT and ACT books to prepare you for your SAT and ACT test. But our school's library is making our lives a little easier when it comes to finding the best books to prepare you for those extraneous tests. The College and Career Center and our library has collected and brought brand new SAT and ACT test books to study with. They have a ton for almost any category, so make sure you go check them out because at the end of the day, they are free, and why not lighten the load on yourself when searching through hundreds of books. Now to Jonah with some more news.
Thanks, Alana. Normans, you can purchase your AP exams online or at the student store during lunch or nutrition. You should try to purchase them as soon as possible because there is a $50 late fee after September 16th and a $75 late fee after October 15th. Registration forms are available in the College Center. Please make sure you are purchasing the correct exam for your class because if you don't, you will not be able to take the test that you want. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Redston in the College and Career Center. Now listen to Noah with news on makeup.
Thanks, guys. Has anyone tried the new Benefit Boeing Cakeless Concealer? If not, you're missing out. This concealer is by far my favorite product. I've been having trouble finding a concealer after I ran out of my favorite one. This product blends in my skin amazingly and has the most natural ingredients that smooths my skin. My favorite shade is the Fair Cool because it blemishes my skin to where you can't see any creases or cakiness on my skin. Just one layer is enough to make your skin look beautiful and glowing. Now let's send it to Jonathan with gaming.
Thanks, Noah. Today I will be talking about the new game that has come out from the developers at Gearbox Software called Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 is an open-world action role-playing game that is played in the first person, where you can play as one of 4 different Vault Hunters, or classes, and play on 4 different planets. Throughout your story in the game, you'll have to deal with the Clipstotins and bandit clans of the Borderlands. They have control over. To deal with them, there are over 1 billion guns for you to collect, with different effects and stats attached to each one. So, if you're interested in a really good open world role-playing game, then you should pick up Borderlands 3 today. Now to music with Sophie. Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan. Post Malone's new album, Hollywood's Bleeding, has reached #1 on the Billboard 200 chart. Within its first week of release, the album clocked up 365 million on-demand audio streams. This makes Hollywood's Bleeding the second largest album of the year, following Lover by Taylor Swift. Hollywood's Bleeding is Post Malone's second album to reach #1, with Beer Bongs and Bentleys reaching the top of the charts in 2018. 4 singles preceded the album, all of which were massive hits. Sunflower, the album's most popular song, was released in 2018 to be part of the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie. Additionally, Wow, Goodbyes, and Circles released in March, July, and earlier this month, respectively. With 2 top albums in 2 years, we are eager to see what Post Malone has in store for us next. Now to Grace with health news.
Thanks, Sophie. Are you vegetarian or wanting to go vegetarian thinking it's better for your health? Think again. Vegetarians, people who don't eat meat, and pescatarians, people who eat fish but no meat, are at lower risk of coronary heart disease but have higher risk of having a stroke. Although studies have shown that the stroke rate due to being vegetarian might also have to do with your lifestyle, those with similar lifestyles were tested, one being vegetarian and the other eating all foods, show that vegetarians are more likely to have a stroke. So before going vegetarian, make sure you know the risks that go along with it. Now let's send it to Jonah with this week's weather forecast.
Good morning, Normans. I'm Jacob Getty, and here's this KBEV 6 weather forecast for the week of September 18th. Let's get right into it. Right now, all cities in Los Angeles area are seeing sunny and clear skies with temperatures moving into the low 80s. Moving later into the week, Santa Monica, Los Angeles, and Beverly Hills are seeing temperatures in the low to mid 80s with the day being sunny and humid. On Wednesday, the clouds are staying in the area with the day bringing nice temperatures. Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, and Santa Monica are seeing temperatures at 78 degrees, 81 degrees, and 74 degrees respectively. Thursday brings a day with blue skies and no clouds. All day these cities are seeing cool temperatures of the high 70s and low 80s. Lastly, on Friday, the last day of school week, brings a Sunday with no clouds in sight. The day has temperatures ranging from 73 degrees to 80 degrees. Thank you so much for watching this week's live weather forecast. Have a great week. From KBEV 6, I'm Jacob Getty.
That's all for this week's Normans.
Good.
I'm Alana Morgan.
And I'm Jonah Danesh. We will see you
next week. Thank you.
Here. You have this micro. That's what he's using. He's not. He's not going through. He's only using this for the. So what's he using for the mic? The stupid onboard